Okay, welcome to Get High and Preach. Man, whew, wow. All right. Here, anyway, look. I was looking at this NASA thing, okay, about how they're explaining away the fact that their moon, Phobos 2, I think it's called, is an even more perfect, I mean, lower orbit and a perfect place for it to be used as a space station than our own. And that they're saying it's a clump of, listen, then they're showing that picture of the first pictures that were taken when we landed on the surface of Mars rover, I think they called it. It's showing the pictures. And there's an object moving across one of the still images. Okay, now I'm going to submit this for your approval. That I know this sounds impossible to our minds, but is it possible that what it caught was one image of something moving so fast that it appears in that image that way? Because here's what NASA's saying. I'm going to show you in a second that anyone can download. But what about the original photograph? So you're telling me that someone took the original photograph from NASA, enhanced the pixels in one of the images, and then sent it back to NASA and you showed it to us? That's my question. So let's check it out real quick. Can you see it? I don't feel like getting up, man. I'm a train wreck right now.
Astronomer Mark Antonio is also a professional image analyst. He can prove just how easy it is to doctor a picture.
But watch it. Watch. It's not the same. Watch this.
This similar image taken of the billowing cloud on the horizon. You see it just there, right there on the horizon. And I've added.
What's the cloud?
Of my own.
Okay, but look.
Button, you can actually see it moving across.
All right, you see his?
It disappears and it goes behind that part of the structure of the rover.
You see his? You see his? Now let's go back to the original. All right.
Landing was not a moving image.
All right.
We took a few pictures
Yep.
with the Curiosity cameras right
Cool.
around that time, but we didn't take a time-lapse series of images. We didn't take a movie
All right.
with those cameras.
Curiosity's hazard camera took only 8 photographs at the time of the landing, and all of them were still images.
All right. Now here, please show it because
So if
I
a
don't want.
dot is moving across the picture.
All right. There it
to
is. Look,
have
it's
later.
It's not added.
This image is just that. One image. So how can you have a movie
All right. Now look.
from just one image?
Look.
Astronomer
We don't have to go. Look it up yourself. Mysterious signs and tell that blah. NASA scientists saying anyone could have downloaded. How? What do you mean? That it's possible for someone to steal your photograph before you get it, edit it, and then resend it to you, and you're going to accept that? No, come on, man. You're the Department of Defense. Don't be ridiculous. I submit that theory that it was moving so fast that that's how it appeared in the photograph. Okay? It was moving so fast that we actually saw the physical representation of its light path. Not a streak of light because, this was something beyond what we are able to create. Yup. So, let's say there was an angelic being of some form sitting there when it landed, or to the left of it, or was just flying around checking it out, but it was moving beyond the speed of light. There is a video on there. I didn't pay much attention to it because I really don't care about stuff like that. I mean, but these are NASA's own photographs. So then later on in the video, check it out. He says, well, it could have been. Listen, then you're saying that the most secure agency on the planet, it's able for someone to do that? Come on, man. Come on. Please. I'm talking to people. This ain't about the Matrix or none of this mess. This is about people being lied to for so long that we believe that lie now unequivocally. Went through it this weekend about medical marijuana with some people from my church again. Society has vilified it. They're like, well, you're going to become addicted to it. Marijuana is not addictive. Okay? Now, I'm not saying it's not possible for someone to become addicted because that is in their genetic code or DNA, whatever you want to, I don't know, mental state, that they could say that they're addicted, but you will never physically become addicted to marijuana. So, no. Marijuana will never give you cancer. In fact, look that one up. It cures it. Look, I'm not getting on the cancer, but, on that. But they have been told for so long how evil marijuana is that they're okay with me taking this other psych prescriptions. I asked them, I said, what is the difference between this prescription, which is one of the most addictive things on the planet, and this one, which is not addictive at all? And they well, we don't feel you should take anything, and that and this. Hello. I'm going to shoot this out there to you. One is natural and one is not. One was made by the creator of all things. One was not. One was created with synthetic ingredients. One was not. But my point is that they have been trained by society to believe that marijuana is evil. All right, now, I did read something very interesting in the Old Testament. It does have to do with the creation of the holy oil, which was made from cannabis. The 9 pounds with the cinnamon and what else was in there? It's not calamus because calamus was toxic, so knock that off. Anyway, they have been taught by society for so long that marijuana is the most evil thing on the planet that they just automatically believe it and accept it. I am not advocating drug use. You have medical reason to use marijuana, then use it. Okay? I'm not telling you that you should go running around the streets getting high. I want to make that clear. Also, there was no law back then about marijuana because, well, according to the scriptures, and this is where our minds have been shut off also about this. Look, this has not, all right, I got to do another video about that, but I'm putting it in here. Because according to the scriptures, Yah appeared when the smoke was filled. Okay, the smoke was so thick, it came out the ceiling where the tent was, it came out, and that's when they knew that the Elohim Tizvot had appeared to Moses. So, look, there's all kinds of stuff that we could teach branches off of that. No one's going to believe it because your minds have been made up. You have been conditioned, trained, taught to believe that it's evil. And listen, I'm not saying it's for everybody. Okay? It grieves me to think that I know someone that is related to me smoking marijuana. That grieves me horrendously, but at the same time, if they were 18, then, I would be cool with it. So, anyway, I'm going to say that natural, unnatural, grown, if you grow it at home, might cost you $30 for 5 pounds if you were able to grow it. 5 pounds would last you 3 years. Okay? So, beside the fact, scientific fact, look it up. I'm not going to give you the links and all that. Don't know how to do it. If I did, I would, but I don't. But it eliminated brain tumors in rodents, most of them. Some of them saw such a decrease that they could remove it if they wanted to, and some other stuff. But the cancer cell has a receptor built into it that's made for marijuana. And when that receptor is filled, guess what happens to the cancer cell? Dead. So look, please stop. It stops seizures. It may be the cure for Parkinson's disease. I don't know about Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's, look, stop using aluminum. Stop it, because it's deposited in your brain and you're going to get Alzheimer's from it. Knock it off. Do not use the coated. Get iron or stainless steel pans or copper, but don't use that non-stick stuff, because guess what's going to happen to you? Alzheimer's. Anyway, so we began with this stuff on Mars. There's reasons why they may be showing us these pictures now, and that is because they want money and they want the budget to send things into outer space, and or they may actually be looking for a place to move because they know the judgment of Almighty God is coming, and they're exploring the fact that Mars was inhabited, pre-Adamite civilization. Or who's saying it could have been at the time of Adam? You know, when did Satan fall? And look, there's so many questions that I can't answer. If I was a scientist, I would be able to give you this explanation and that explanation. I'm just a common sense person. It's common sense that we were not accidentally created in a pile of toxic waste. Because tell me where toxic waste came from then. There's no explanation for your evolution theories. But you've been teaching it as a fact in schools and on cartoons, and I mean, you literally have been teaching that to our children for what, 40, 50 years, that it's a fact? And there's no evidence whatsoever, zero, don't give me Lucy, you know the problems with that they sweep under the rug. So, don't know how old the earth is. I do know that it was definitely, this is a created home for us. Okay? Here's what you can do. Go take some bricks and some dynamite and blow those bricks up and see if it'll ever create a home for you to live in. With plumbing, well, water, air to breathe, food to eat, shelters built in. Tell me. Would you please tell me? And when you start, you're done blowing up the dust and it doesn't create a home for you, then you can like my video. So, anyway, look, if I disappear, it's because, well, the black helicopters came and got me. Just, I hope they don't torture me for very long. But that, you know, this is Get High and Preach, so that also could be a little bit of paranoia on my part, but, oh, look. It's only half washed. Anyway, viewers, probably Erica. I got like 1 subscriber. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless Bill Clinton.